Okay, for number one, this is our starting equation. I have it simplified out further just to make it easier. So for our vertical asymptotes, what we're going to do is set the denominator equal to 0. So when we do that, we get x equals -1 and x equals 1. For the horizontal asymptote, we look at the exponents, and since the exponents are the same, we take the coefficient, so it would be 2 over 1. So that just equals 2, so it's y equals 2. For the y-intercepts, what we do is set the x's equal to 0. So for that, what we get is 0, 3. And then for the x-intercepts, we set the numerator equal to 0. So we get x equals 3 and x equals -1/2. So our ordered pairs would be 3, 0 and -1/2, 0. Now for the domain, we would get -infinity to -1, union -1 to 1, union 1 to infinity. And that's problem 1. I forgot to mention, but a problem that is similar is from problem set 5.6, number 26 is similar. So for this problem, what we're going to do first is we're going to get e to the x is going to equal t, just to make it more easy. So t squared plus 9t minus 36 equals 0. So what we're going to do from there is we're going to simplify that further. So when we do that, we would get, t plus 12 and t minus 3. Now we can put our, t stands for e to the x, so we just have to remember that. So now we get e to the x is equal to -12 and 3. We can't have a negative, so 12 doesn't work. So our answer would be x is equal to ln. And a question that is similar to this one is question 11 in the 6.4 derivative. Okay, for number 6, we're basically just going to multiply the two because they have the same base. And so we know that log base 10, and then we just do times 4 over 6 over 3 times 8. And that simplifies down to 200 over 2, which we know is 100. So we get log base 10, 100 is equal to x. So now we just have to think that we have to flip them. So we know that 10 to the power of x is equal to 100. So now we have to think what to the power of 10 is equal to 100. And we know that that is 2. So x is equal to 2. And a problem that is similar to this is the 6.3 logarithmic example 3c. Okay, for this question, you have deposited $500 in an account that pays 5% interest compounded continuously. How long will it take your money to triple? So what we want to do is first start with all of our, what we know. So we have P is equal to 500. Our rate is 0.05. Our A is T. And so we're going to use the equation A equals PERT. And so with using that, we're just going to plug in. So we get A is equal to 500 E. Our rate 0.05. And the time is 3. It's how much it'll triple. So it's going to take A equals 500 E 0.05 times 3 for the money to triple. And that's basically it. So we just need to get it to calculate the problem. And a problem that I found was similar was example 7 on the 6.1 exponential functions.